Did I just get scammed? Let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? I hope you are all doing a fantastic day. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Long time no see. It's been a while. It's been a while since anyways, yeah, school. That sucks. What the hell is that? What's up with that? What's up with school? But yeah, I wasn't expecting how heavy midterms would be, so I took a few weeks off and really focused on schooling. But now I've kind of settled down into the things. There's a few assignments due, but have enough time to pump out a few videos. I've been waiting for a few things to come in the mail, so expect those mail days to come in soon. But yeah, scam in the sense, I'll just describe it. So basically, this pawn shop had this big poster in the front. It said, "This is the pawn shop I usually go to." I've made a few videos about buying Blu-rays from this pawn shop. And it's weird, they switched owners recently. So what they used to do is buy 5 Blu-rays, get 1 free, or buy 4 Blu-rays, get 1 free. They stopped doing that, and then with this new owner, and then they had this big poster out in front and said, "Buy 1, get 1, 50% off," right? No little subheading, no whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll go in. I picked up 6 Blu-rays, expecting to pay not much. He rings it out and it's $30. I'm like, $30? That doesn't sound right, you know? So I was like, but you know, at the time I didn't want to like pull out my phone like, wait a minute, are you gypping me? Because I'm not very confrontational, right? So I'm like, oh, the Canadian tax, must have been pretty high. So so we're driving away, and then there's this pit feeling in my stomach. Like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. I paid $30 for 6 Blues, which it comes out to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It comes out to, you know, $30 for 6, you know, no tax. So I'm like, but it's buy one, get one 50% off, right? So it'd be buy a Blu-ray, get the second Blu-ray for $2.50. Buy a Blu-ray, get the second one, $2.50. And I was Googling it, and I should have paid like around $20, $22 after tax. So I was like, what the hell? So I go back to location. I'm like, hey, I think you mischarged me. I bought 6 Blu-rays. It should be buy one, get one, 50% off. He's like, yeah. He's like, but it wasn't. I show him the receipt, and I'm getting priced full price. He's like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, what do you mean that's not how it works? He's like, no, it's buy one, get one, 50% off. I'm like, yeah, buy one, get one, 50% off. Buy one. He's like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, what do you mean that's not how it works? Are you I'm being gaslit by this pawn shop worker. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, because I run an eBay store. I have deals sometimes, buy 2, get 1 free, buy 2, get 1 free. When people line up like 10 slip covers, those 2, 1 off, 2, 1 off, 2, 1 off. He's like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, what do you mean that's not how it works? So what he basically said was buy 1, get 1 50% off per transaction. So I would have to get a Blu-ray, get a second Blu-ray, pay for it, and then get another Blu-ray, then pay for it. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's not how it works. And he's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, what do you mean? That's So I'm like dumbfounded by this guy. I'm like, what is going on here? And obviously they're a pawn shop, so no refunds, no whatever. Because I got a few Blu-rays, but you know, I got some good picks here. But some of them I could have left behind, knowing if I wasn't, because I thought I was going to be paying $2.50 for a Blu-ray. Now that I'm knowing I'm actually paying $5, I probably would have, you know, even though $5 isn't too bad. So I was like, okay, you should have put it on the thing per transaction, because that's not how it works. Usually in actual businesses, buy one, get one 50% off, you honor everything after that, right? I buy Big Lebowski, I get Quantum of Solace for 50% off. And then in the same transaction, I get Dark Knight Rises, and then I should be getting Doctor Strangelove for 50% off, or if it's an equal or lower value, that kind of thing, you know? But that's not how they did it there. So I'm like, what the fuck? Anyways, so I'm kind of mad now. But I basically ended up getting $5 of Blu-ray, basically saved on the sales tax, which I guess, so whatever. So, but anyways, I got here 6 Blu-rays. A lot of these I've actually been really meaning to check out. Starting off with this very, very nostalgic. This came in a Blockbuster case, and that is the Conspirator. I've been hearing really good things about this. I started watching this History Channel reaction channel called Vlogging Through History, and he mentions this video as a really good movie. And I love me some James McAvoy, directed by Robert Redford, starring James McAvoy, Robin Wright, Kevin Kline, Danny Huston, and Tom Wilkinson. That sounds really good, and I'm a really big fan of historical dramas, period pieces, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to get into this. I'm assuming it's not only about Abraham Lincoln's assassinations, but the people around it, because there wasn't only one assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln. It was like him and his co-chair and like the vice president, but the vice president was gone. Like it was that whole Republican runner-up candidate and House of whatever, so that the Confederacy can claim it over. But, due to circumstances, due to people surviving the assassination attempts, that didn't go as planned. And this is basically the story of how everything was set up. Robin Wright's character, the character she plays, was, I believe, the first government-sanctioned execution of a woman. So it's a really interesting story. So I'm excited to see how it is. I didn't look at any of the reviews, but I've heard it's a good movie. It's been history fact checked and approved, so I'm really excited to get into that. So next movie is, I have 28 Days Later, which apparently is like out of print and super rare. Like apparently like it's going for like 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks on eBay. I'm like, what's going on here? Apparently it's out of print or whatever, and that's probably the best it'll ever get, unless they do like a reprint. I guess it would be 20 years later, because it came out in 2003. It should have already happened already. 20 years later, anniversary, that kind of thing. Maybe we'll get like an umbrella release or something like that. But until then, it's out of print from the original 20th Century Fox pressing. But I've never checked out 28 Weeks Later, which I heard isn't very good. Not directed by Danny Boyle, not starring Cillian Murphy. So I just got it because I thought it was going to be $2.50, but my brother wanted to watch the 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later kind of duology, because I heard it's in the talks that they're making a third movie, 28 Months Later or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to check these out. These are all on Disney Plus anyways, because the first movie, at least, I don't know about this movie. I'm assuming this is more, I guess, professionally shot in the terms of they use actual film stocks, or at least high quality cameras maybe, because the original one, if you don't know, filmed on really not low budget. Well, it is a low budget film, but like really new tech of HD cameras back then. It was really expensive and really hard to come by. So it's not, you're not gonna get a good 4K scan of the original camera negatives, is basically what I'm trying to say. So the Blu-ray is probably the best you'll ever get. So that's why it's out of print. And then the next one I got is a Walter Hill film. I think this was a miniseries. When I Googled it, it talked about it being a series, a TV series. And then it's called Broken Trail, starring Robert Duvall and Thomas Hayden Church. Love the two actors. Love me some Westerns and period pieces. Don't really know much about this movie. It says Academy Award winner Robert Duvall and Academy Award nominee Thomas Hayden Church star in the moving top-rated Western drama. Set in 1898, Print Ritter and his estranged nephew, Tom Hart, become the reluctant guardians of 5 abused and abandoned Chinese girls. Ritter and Hart's attempts to care for the girls are complicated by their responsibility to deliver a herd of horses while avoiding a group of bitter rivals intent on kidnapping the girls for their own purposes. Interesting. Doesn't sound like an action-packed Western movie of people going whooshing, whooshing, but it sounds like you have two extremely talented actors in the leading role. So I love it when there's Westerns, but it's not like a comical, like shootout-y kind of Western, but it just takes place within that time period. So I'm really excited to check this out. And I looked at some of the reviews, because this is an older Blu-ray, like a really older Blu-ray. They still have that Spider-Man 3 font, the OG Sony fonts, so. But I heard it's actually fantastic, so I'm really excited to get into this. And then another film I picked up was this really cool, I mainly got it for the slipcover, honestly, but it stars Elizabeth Olsen, and that is Silent House. Didn't look at any reviews for this, but I love me some Elizabeth Olsen. I love me some Wind River. I love me some of those Avengers movies and that kind of stuff. So I'm really interested to see what this is like. I really don't know much about this movie. Directed by 2 people, Laura Lau and Chris Kentis. A tension-filled real-time journey experienced in a single uninterrupted shot. Okay, that's really cool. A uniquely unsettling horror thriller starring Elizabeth Olsen as Sarah, a young woman who finds herself sealed inside her family's secluded lake house with no contact to the outside world and no way out. Panic turns to terror as events become increasingly ominous and in and around the house. Interesting. Okay, so this entire movie is in one shot. How long is it? It is 85 minutes, so it's a nice breeze. I got this in the October, so it was during the spooky month, but never got around to watching it. But comes with a nice slipcover, very, very cool. So I'm intrigued to watch this and see E1. I'm assuming that's like Lionsgate or something. I don't know, but E1 Films. But yeah, Blu-ray combo pack. Nice slippy disc. Slipcover. And then these last two I got here was Francis Ford Coppola's Youth Without Youth. I think this is like his lowest rated film he's ever made on Letterboxd or something like that. But it looked interesting. I haven't really delved much into Francis Ford Coppola's filmography. I've obviously seen Godfather 2 and 3, and I've seen Dracula. But besides that, I don't think I've seen much. Actually, I've seen Rumblefish. Okay, I've seen a bit, but I haven't seen. I'm not a huge fan of Francis Ford Coppola. Like I haven't like watched every single movie like I have like Christopher Nolan or like Clint Eastwood, that kind of thing. But Youth Without Youth. I said Bruno Ganz. I read Bruno Ganz. I'm like, frick yeah, dude. You got Alexandra Maria Laura. Bruno Ganz and Andre M. Hennicky. Okay, very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, yeah, comes with a few bonus features. Commentary, the making of Youth Without Youth, music for Youth Without Youth. Don't really know much about this film, but it's a Francis Ford Coppola film. I haven't really, seen much about it. The Blu-ray release seems, like, really hard to come by. Not hard to come by, but, like, I don't know. I always see this at the pawn shop, and I'm like, not really good rated. I think it's like a 4 out of 10 or something like that. It's like, oof. Must be pretty bad, especially for Francis Ford Coppola, but I don't know, check it out. And then I got this Mill Creek release of Consenting Adults. Again, another film I really don't know much about, but I've heard the name Consenting Adults, and it stars Kevin Kline, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, don't really know who that is, Kevin Spacey, and Forrest Whitaker. It's a really good cast, and that name sounds familiar, so decided to check it out. And it's also directed by Alan J. Pakula. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. It's still new, like the seal hasn't been broken, and it probably hasn't been there for, we've broken the seal. Consenting Adults, Region A, rated R. So yeah, I got this at Buster's Pawn, or it used to be called Buster's Pawn. Now I think it's just called Cash Pawn or whatever. Yeah, so those were today's pickups. I just wanted to do a little update video and to show you what I picked up these past few days at the local pawn shop. I don't know. Am I the asshole? Like, I feel like I got gypped, right? Because, like, what do you guys think? If a store sign says buy one, get one, 50% off, do you assume that means, like, if you bought a whole bunch of Blu-rays, it'd be buy one, right? 50% off. Buy one, 50% off, right? Right? Because I did the math for it. Like, even if I did separate transactions paying full tax, I still would have been paying like $6 less than what I paid for, which isn't, it's not like I paid hundreds of dollars for that. I paid like $30 for these, but still in this climate, $30 is $30, okay? So yeah, let me know down below. What do you guys think? Anyways, that was today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. I've been Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning. Whenever you're watching this, please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, long physical media. See you guys.